Thanksgiving is a wonderful time of year to celebrate with family, but if you're not careful, it can also be a very dangerous time. Now, Ashley Lesby from the Sarasota County Fire Department is here with us to help us handle this holiday season hazard when it comes to Thanksgiving. Now, Ashley, is it really that bad when it comes to holidays like this and, fire danger and things like that?
Typically, our call volume does go up a little bit during the holidays time. I think that people just tend to get too busy and you don't really pay attention to simple things that could be an issue.
And you're doing things you haven't done before.
Yes.
Like frying turkeys and stuffing turkeys and using these big knives.
Too many things at once.
Well, what are some things we need to pay special attention to make sure that we're safe this holiday season?
When obviously for Thanksgiving you're going to be doing probably a lot of cooking. Make sure that all the knives are out of reach of children, especially carving knives. Don't let them.
Adults that are responsible.
Yes. Make sure that the children can't get the knives. Keep them high, or that if you are cutting stuff, make sure that they're not right behind you, because it does. They can be right there. Electrical cords, especially for your if you have warmers, your coffee pot, or like I said, the carving knife. Just make sure that there's nothing that the child could grab the cord and knock the hot stuff over with. And then usually during the holidays, I see that a lot of people use candles because it obviously makes the atmosphere a little bit better. Just make sure that with the matches and the lighters that you keep them up high, because children are very curious and they can sit there and a child can strike a lighter without any effort, really.
Wow.
So it's very important to keep those things high in a locked cabinet so the children can't get to them.
Okay. Well, another major thing is smoke alarms, right? Is that important?
Yes, you want to make sure that you have your smoke alarms. You want to test them. You test them monthly, and when the time change, you should have changed your batteries to, want to make sure that they're working. And then you never want to leave a child in a room with a lit candle, or leave a lit candle unattended at all. Because, your curtains, if the wind blows, it could blow on top of the curtain, which could cause a fire as well.
I had beautiful candles, and the shelves were all glass, so I stacked the candles up on the shelves and lit them.
Probably not the best.
It melted the glass. Each one melted the glass before it, so they crashed.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So I didn't want people to feel bad, so I said, that's okay, I'll put them over here on the wooden shelf. And suddenly, it's smoking. It's burning my wooden
Linda,
shelf.
you might want to stay away from candles.
I got the kind that look
right.
like they light, but they're
Candles
fake.
are so good at this time of year.
Well, another thing that a lot of people talk about is frying turkey, and that can become extremely dangerous. And you brought an example of that because your crews are outside right now working with telling us how this can actually turn from very good to very bad very quickly. So describe to us what they're doing.
So Captain Evans, he is going to actually show what not to do. And this will be the result if you don't use the proper safety precautions, and you'll see a nice little fire. But when you are frying a turkey, see, we'll watch him.
Okay, now what's he
This
doing
is a
wrong?
Oh,
Look out, fire truck!
Yeah.
What did he do wrong?
When you fry a turkey, you want to make sure that you're obviously outside, 10 feet away from a structure. And you want to make sure that you need to measure how much oil you need first. And how you do that is you stick the turkey in your pot, and then you fill it with water, and then you mark it.
Okay.
And then you take your turkey out, and then you put your oil in. A lot of times people put too much oil in, and then when you drop the turkey in, that's what causes it to overflow. It hits a flame. And then you want to slowly lower your turkey, and you don't want to drop it like we did, because obviously that makes a splash over as well, and it'll cause a bigger flame.
But that flame was huge.
That's what can happen.
What happens when that touches something around it?
It'll just get bigger and bigger.
Do you use a regular, like a regular old frozen turkey?
No,
How do you use a turkey?
when you
I've never done this.
Yeah, I don't think you can freeze it. Or
No, you want it to be completely thawed out, and you want to also pat it dry. Because obviously water and hot oil don't go together.
Right.
I did see that happen. A bunch of men were going to fry the turkey out by the dock as they had drinks, and suddenly there's a big fire, and we had to yell at them. They were still looking the other way.
Probably, I wouldn't recommend doing it on a dock. Do it on cement, concrete, away from the structure, nothing that is combustible that can burn.
Yeah.
So
Your idea was to throw it in the water.
If you're frying a turkey, you do it outside.
You do it outside, at least 10 feet away from any structure, your overhang, your carport.
And you should really wear that outfit then too.
Right.
I'd consider cooking if I was wearing that outfit.
Probably.
Yes, you do want to have a fire extinguisher close by.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Great tips to keep us safe this holiday season. Now, if you'd like to get more of these tips, you can visit Sarasota County's website at scgov.net, and they have all kinds of information for you. Next, we have a musical preview from the Oslo. We'll be right back.